Let me tell you my story. I used to be a very chubby kid throughout my life. I had a huge appetite and I would eat a ton of food. I also like to eat junk food and I would try to eat as much as I could anytime, anywhere. Not only that, I was also lazy and unathletic. I hated exercising and I would always try to cheat and skip on any kind of exercise when I could. Eventually, as I entered high school, I finally experienced my first heartbreak. I used that pain as energy and started working out in the gym with the goal of getting more attractive to girls and becoming more confident. I looked up to famous fitness influencers, the likes of Matt the Fitness, David Lay, Jeff Side, that kind of people, and thought if only I looked like them, I would immediately get all that money, status, and fame that they would have, and of course, attraction. Therefore, I put like 100% of my focus and effort into building more muscular and attractive body. I desperately wanted to be attractive and high status because throughout my life, I had always been seen of this kind of loser, weak, chubby, fat kind of kid, and I was almost never respected, nor was I ever seen as attractive in my life, and I wanted that to change desperately. Years later, I had eventually built this muscular and attractive body, which honestly I am very proud of and impressed of. Unfortunately, things did not turn out quite as I expected it to be. And by the way, my name is Shan, and it is my mission to inspire young men like me develop into strong masculine versions of themselves. I make videos like this, document my self-improvement journey and the things I learned, and share my experiences to help you in your own journey to develop as a man. And if it sounds awesome to you, make sure to click the subscribe button below. Anyways, I was now confused. Yes, I finally had my dream body, but why does nothing feel different? I felt like I was literally the same person before I had started to work out, except that I was a bit more attractive and that was it, right? And besides getting like quite a number of compliments here and there from people, my life hadn't fundamentally changed that much. I still wasn't making money, I wasn't famous, I didn't have status, nor that I did have that much attraction from girls. I mean, at least from the ones I liked anyway. The sudden realization was painful. I realized I had dedicated a huge portion of my teenage years into one singular goal, that I had forgone all other important skills that I should have developed in order to become that man that I wanted to become. And here's what I want to share with you of what I would have done differently if I had understood this principle when I first started. First off, if you start treating your life like a video game, you remember how when you used to play those games where you gain points once you completed a mission, and you would be allowed to allocate those points to any kind of status to your status bar and to level up in those status. And those stats could be like strength, power, agility, speed, and stuff like that. I also want you to view your life as a video game in the same way, where you have an experience bar for each stat, but instead of having this power, agility, that kind of stats, instead you have fitness, social skills, money, relationships, and so on. Each time you do something that improves that particular skill, you add an experience point to that skill. For example, each time you push hard and show up for your workout, add 1 point to your fitness skill. Every time you spoke to a new stranger, you add 1 point to your social skill. And here was my problem in the past. I added all of my points I gained into just a fitness bar. So I tried to maximize that and totally foregoing all other status bars. And I totally ignored all the other important status bars that were important as well. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to objectively assess yourself right now in relation to all of these status bars. You want to find that constraint you are facing. What is the thing in your status bar that you are ignoring? What trait are you severely lacking in, which pulls down your average score? If you are already fit and jacked, try looking at other areas of your life in which you haven't been focusing on, and that may be what is severely holding you back. Maybe it's because you totally don't make any money and you are broke. That means you need to find ways of starting a business or a side hustle, start making more money, right? Or maybe you're already rich and fit and good looking, but somehow you still can't find a girlfriend. Most likely you're neglecting your social skills by not having any kind of social life in one way or another. You haven't been speaking to many people lately. Have you? Each time you feel that you are weak in some area, you want to work on specifically improving that weak point that you have, because it's exactly that weak point that is severely holding you back. Now, obviously, if you're totally starting from scratch, as in you literally are level 0 in all of the status bars. You haven't started going to the gym, you have been a total degenerate, you have been playing video games, just watching porn all day, then fine. here's what I suggest you do. You start with fitness first, because fitness is like a huge stepping stone that every guy has to make in their life. And it also has the largest ripple effect over other aspects of your life. You start to look better, and you also start to have a better self-image, which boosts your confidence, which also boosts your social skills, which also boosts attractiveness ultimately. It's basically like a domino effect. So if you haven't started doing anything, of course, by all means, start with fitness. But chances are, if you're watching this video and you click on this video, you're already fit, you've already started working on these things, you're already making a huge progress in something in your life, probably fitness, right? So your objective now is to find your constraint, thing that is severely holding you back, your weak point that you have been totally ignoring your whole life. What is something in your status bar that is severely holding you back from reaching your goals? Literally, I was thinking that this mindset will really change your life, because I wish I had known this earlier and I wouldn't have to go through this process of getting disappointed at myself for not making progress in other areas of my life and thinking just working on my fitness would help cure all my problems. While the fact is, it doesn't, right? It helps you a lot, but you also have to work on other areas of your life. And that's it for today's video. Remember, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, if you want one-on-one help with finding out your constraint and what's holding you back in life, I've got a link below. It's a sales call link, and if you want to see whether you're a good fit for my personalized coaching to help you get over this constraint, make sure to click on the link below.